Yo, what's good everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video and welcome to the perfect MCU tier list. As a big Marvel fan myself, I have basically watched almost every single Marvel movie, MCU movie that has been out, every single MCU show, on almost everyone because some of them have been boo-boo. But I have watched almost every one of them and I'm going to be doing a tier list ranking of every single movie. I also have other movies that are quote-unquote multiverse movies, like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies, the Spider-Verse movies, the X-Men movies. So this is not going to be an MCU tier list, it's going to be a Marvel tier list in general, but it's mostly an MCU tier list. But yeah, so if you guys do want to help support the channel, then please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's going to help me out a lot. I'm trying to get to 1K by the end of the year, and that is the goal. So yeah, let's get straight into this tier list. All right, so we have the tier list right here, and as you see there's way more stuff here. There's all the MCU movies plus some random shows that are here. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. Let's not try to make the content go slower. Let's just get through this. But first, let's get through all the stuff I haven't watched. Let's go put that in another tier right now.
2,000 years later.
Alright, so these are all the ones I haven't watched. I haven't watched any of the Netflix shows. Kraven the Hunter hasn't even been out yet, so I don't know how that's even on this list. I didn't watch Werewolf at Night, and I obviously did not watch Morbius because people said it was garbage. So now let's get into the real tier list. Starting off, Amazing Spider-Man, the first one. A lot of people started to cape for this series after the No Way Home, saying it was amazing and it was the best thing ever to come out. Me personally, it's good. It's good. I'm gonna give it a cool C or either B. I'm probably gonna give it a B because I did like the movie when it came out. Still think it's a decent movie now, so I'm gonna put it in the B tier. Might go down though. This is obviously the first I'm doing this tier, so let me see where I'm gonna rank stuff and I'll figure it out by then. Next movie, Spider-Man 2. That is obviously easily going to go in clear S tier. This is the best of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. This movie is fantastic. Great movie, great villain, and these Sam Raimi movies are just funny. So this one is definitely classic movie. Gonna go easily in the S tier. Next one, Spider-Man 3. One of the most hated Spider-Man movies ever. This movie is hated so much, but this movie is easily better than Amazing Spider-Man. I'm giving it an A. I'm giving it an A tier. This movie is funny. The symbiote scenes, the scenes when he's emo Peter, him dancing in the hall like that is just classic. That is hella funny. Definitely gonna easily put that in the A tier on this tier list because it is better than Amazing Spider-Man in my opinion. Next one, Spider-Man 1, the first one. I'm gonna easily put that one in A as well. I do like Spider-Man 3 better than Spider-Man 1 though. I'm really thinking about it. Great movie, obviously, fantastic movie, and it's easily going to go into that A tier. The next movie, Amazing Spider-Man 2. I guess we're getting all the Spider-Man movies in the beginning. I liked it when I first watched it because I was a naive little kid. Now, looking back at it, it's good, but it's not as good as the first Amazing Spider-Man, and it definitely is probably the worst Spider-Man movie. So I'm going to give it a C tier. I'm going to definitely give it a C tier. It's definitely a tier below. The suit, though, is top tier. That's probably the best Spider-Man suit. That's my opinion. Next one, Venom. Definitely putting that in the D tier. That was not a good movie. It was cool, obviously, seeing Venom kill people and stuff like that. The voice is very annoying. Did not really like the movie like that, and I don't know why they're trying to make a third one. I don't even know why they're trying to make a second one. And speaking of the second one, the second Venom is definitely going to E tier. I remember sitting in the movie theater, literally falling asleep because this movie was just not good. This movie was not good at all. I remember the trailer, they were hyping this up crazy, and it still did not come out anything good. So definitely putting that in the low E tier. Not good. Now we are in the X-Men category right here, and I'm not gonna lie, I have not watched the X-Men movies in a very long time. I barely really remember anything from the movies. That's how long it's been since I watched the X-Men movies. I don't know if I should rank them, but because I really don't remember anything from most of these movies. I'm gonna put the ones that I don't remember in the haven't watched. I don't really remember anything from First Class, but they're not bad movies. I'm not saying they're bad movies because I remember I liked them. I just don't remember anything to really do a ranking on them right now. One, X-Men 2, I don't really remember. And Days of Future Past, I don't really remember that much from that movie. And I think that's the first X-Men. I don't remember that much from that one. Those are the only ones I don't remember. Okay, X-Men Origins Wolverine, that movie is fire. That movie, I'm definitely gonna put it at a cool, high B tier. I don't like it as much as the Spider-Man movies, but that movie is fire. There's some great scenes in that movie that I remember. Hugh Jackman's coming back as Wolverine in Deadpool 3. I'm excited. I'm ready for it. He's definitely the main Wolverine. But like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if someone else new can do it. because Wolverine isn't supposed to be a 6'2" man. He's like 5'4" in the comics. But hey, this movie is fire. All right, X-Men: The Last Stand. This movie's fire as well. I'm gonna put it in the B tier above Spider-Man, but I'm not gonna put it above X-Men Origins Wolverine, because I remember a little bit more from that movie, and I remember I liked that movie a little bit more. So I'm gonna put it in the B tier. All right, The Wolverine. This movie is okay. This movie's okay. I'm gonna put definitely better than Amazing Spider-Man 2. So I'm gonna put it in C tier. There's some good scenes in this movie, like the fight scenes or whatever. And I remember the scene where he's like pulling the parasite out of his chest. I don't know why that's the only scene that comes up to my mind right now, but it's an okay movie. It's better than Amazing Spider-Man 2 in my opinion. All right, Deadpool 2. This is easily going in high A tier. Nah, I want to put it above the first Spider-Man because I like Deadpool 1 more. Deadpool 2 is still hella hilarious. I really watched it like 2-3 weeks ago. The movie's really, really good. I like this movie, and it's easily going to go in the A tier. Next movie, Logan. I remember I watched like half of it one time and then the end of it like some other time. So I haven't watched it in full in a very long time, but it was really, really good. It was really good. I'm putting it easily at the A tier. I'll put it A tier. It's a really, really, really good movie. The action is crazy, and I'm putting it at A tier. Next movie, Deadpool. This might be an S tier movie. But I'm gonna put it high A above Spider-Man 3. S tier, I'm saving that for the top elite movies. It ain't for movies where I like it a lot. Like, it's for the top movies where every time I watch it, it is a top tier classic movie. Deadpool's definitely gonna go high A. It easily can go S tier, but I think it's just a great movie, high A. Next one, X-Men Apocalypse. This movie was bad. I remember we watched it in the movie theater. This movie was not good. I'm easily gonna put that in E tier. I remember watching it, I was so confused, especially with Days of Future Past, which I don't remember that much from it, but I do remember I was extremely confused. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, what is happening in these movies? Like, what is going on, man? Same thing was happening with the Transformers movies, the Fast and Furious movie. A lot of these movie series is getting very confusing. It's been in the MCU too now. It's starting to get very confusing. Like, I don't even know what's going on. That's why back then it was simpler times. Next one, What If Season 1. I know that Season 2 is going to come out and I'm hyped for it, but Marvel's really stopping on their shows, so I don't know. I'll put What If at a cool A tier. I did like it above Logan, but I did not like it more than Deadpool 2. What If was really great. I did like it. I like how Chadwick Boseman actually had some focal parts in it. As talking as Black Panther. I like how it kind of switched up the MCU, where it had Killmonger being Tony Stark's bodyguard. The Guardians of the Galaxy was the Black Panther. Captain Carter, so that was a really good episode too. Doctor Strange one was good. That finale was pretty good as well. I'm excited to see where they go with season 2, see what new scenarios they can bring up, but I really do like the show. I liked it a lot. Captain America: The First Avenger. We are easily gonna put that in S tier. That is another great, fantastic movie. It is definitely a fantastic movie. My brother likes it a lot. He said it's like the best origin movie because it brings you to the times, and it really does. And it is a fantastic movie. Definitely a top origin story movie. Editing more here. So I just got done editing the entire video, and I just noticed that Captain America: Winter Soldier was not on the tier list. So I'm just going to give my ranking of it right now. The movie is really, really good. I like this movie a lot. I like the spy stuff. I like the combat in this movie. It's really good. It also introduces like Falcon and stuff, and it gives a Black Widow a prominent role. And I like the spy theme of the whole movie. So I will easily give this movie an A tier. And yeah, let's get right back into this video. Captain Marvel. I know this movie made $1 billion or whatever, but this movie was not good. I'm going to put it in D tier above Venom, but it definitely is not good. I did not like that movie. I watched it in the movie theaters, did not like it. I don't know how it made $1 billion. Who was going and buying tickets for Captain Marvel? Who was doing it? Like, Marvel must have bought a freaking haul of tickets for that movie. There's no way that movie got $1 billion. There's no way. I know it's Marvel's first solo girl lead movie, but that movie is not good. Next movie, Iron Man. Iron Man is my favorite Marvel character, my favorite superhero ever. He's literally in my outro. Like, he's my favorite superhero ever. Easily putting this in S tier. It's going to go over Spider-Man 2 as well. Iron Man is my favorite character. Robert Downey Jr. is perfect for the role. I don't want no one else playing Iron Man. I don't give a damn if it's a variant or anything. I don't want no one playing Iron Man because he is just perfect for it. And this movie is a classic every time I watch the movie. This movie is so good. So easily at S tier. One of my favorite movies of all time. Next movie, Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 is easily going to go in the A tier. Iron Man 2 is definitely a little bit overhated. I see a lot of people saying that Iron Man 2 is like mid, or Iron Man 2 isn't as good as the first one. I do agree it is not as good as the first one, but this movie is definitely no stop. This movie is definitely a great movie as well. Very funny. Justin Hammer, War Machine, all that stuff. Whiplash is kind of underwhelming villain, but there's still some funny parts of that movie. Movie's definitely a classic. Next movie, The Incredible Hulk. This movie, obviously people could say it's not a part of the MCU because it got retconned technically when Mark Ruffalo switched the role, but I still gotta rank it. I'm gonna give it a cool C tier. I like the fight scenes in Incredible Hulk. Isn't the best movie, but it is okay. Like, it's okay. C is where I'll say it's okay. B is good. A is great, and S is like the top of the tier. So I'll say that Hulk is okay. Next movie, the first Thor movie. So I remember I did a marathon of every MCU movie like 3-4 years ago, and the first Thor movie, which I never watched before, actually really surprised me. I did like the movie a lot, and it's crazy because it's like Thor wasn't even like my favorite character at the time, or even like a top like 5 favorite character at the time. And the first Thor movie, which a lot of people say is very boring and stuff like that, I actually personally liked it a lot. I'll definitely put it in the B tier. Next one, the first Avengers movie. Come on, we don't need to talk about this. It's easily going. It's going right there. The first Avengers movie. This is what catapulted the cinematic universe trend. This is what catapulted everything. This movie is great. Like, this movie is so good, and it was so good at the time. Like, this movie is ahead of its time. Kind of bringing all these characters from the different movies together into one crossover. Definitely is an S tier movie. I want to say it's better than the first Iron Man movie, but it's definitely top tier, peak superhero movie content. A lot of people who saying that Avengers is mid or Avengers not good, you're just trying to be different. Because I know damn well you were hyped to go see that movie when it came out in 2012. Because everybody was. Next one. This is one of those Marvel shorts. So I'm just going to put those in the I haven't watched. Even though I have watched these ones, I'm not putting them on the same tier as all these other movies, man. Come on. Like, these I Am Groots, bro. Like, all this stuff, bro. I'm putting you in a lower tier. Like, I'm sorry, Groot. You're cool. But, like, you're not a movie. You're not a movie. So get out of here. I'll at least rank the shows, but not these, like, shorts, bro. No. Next movie, Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 is definitely overhated. I love this movie. But I think it's better than Iron Man 2. No, I don't say it's better than Iron Man 2, but it's on the same part. I don't know why people don't like this movie. It's better than the first Spider-Man. I want to say that. I'll put it right there. I do like it better than Deadpool. Iron Man's my favorite character, so any movie that he's in, I'm going to like it a lot. That's why I put it in the A tier, but people will be saying like this movie's like trash. Like, I don't see the vision. I don't see y'all vision, man. I know I have glasses, I have bad eyes, but I just don't see the vision, man. The next one, Thor: The Dark World. This movie is actually not good. This movie is actually trash. I might put it in the E tier. Do I like it less than Captain Marvel? I really didn't like this movie. Even rewatching it, it's not a good movie. I'm gonna put it D tier. I might put it in, yeah, I'll say it's worse. It's not unbearably trash. E tier is unbearably trash. Like, I'm like, bro, what is this, bro? What is this movie? Thor, I think probably is like the worst. No, it's not the worst MCU movie, and that's gonna come up really soon. Sorry. Thor: Dark World, you are a masterpiece compared to the worst MCU movie in my opinion. But let's keep the ball rolling right now. Guardians of the Galaxy, another banger from Marvel. This is easily going in the A tier. Fantastic movie, but one of the best MCU movies, the best MCU trilogies ever. Great movie. And bro, this is how good Marvel was back in the day. But how are you able to make Guardians of the Galaxy and also James Gunn too? How do you make Guardians of the Galaxy be a household name, bro? Like, they literally like nobody, but like ain't nobody know about the Guardians of the Galaxy before that movie, bro. And now they're a household name. Now they can sell out movie theaters across the world. Like, that's really crazy. That's the crazy thing about Prime Marvel. They can make a trash character. Like, Iron Man was not popping, bro, and he was the most popular character, and bro was a B tier character in the comic books. So that's pretty crazy to me. We got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. This one is good, not as good as the first one though, so I'm gonna give it a high B. I do like it more than Wolverine. It is a good movie, but I did like it slightly less than the first one, but it's still a pretty good movie as well. Next one, Avengers Age of Ultron, another hated movie. I know people saying it's bad. I know it's not as good as the first one, but it's still a really good movie. I'm gonna put it at a B tier. It's obviously not an A tier movie. I'll put it below Guardians of the Galaxy. But that Avengers movie still is pretty good though. I had Vision in it, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver. Even though Quicksilver got smoked at the end, he literally got gunned down, which really was stupid. Hawkeye should have died. I'm not going cap, bro. Hawkeye should have died, bro. That's my opinion, man. He could have obviously stayed alive, but Quicksilver shouldn't have died, bro. Next one, Ant-Man Man, really good movie. I'm putting it at a high B. Very, very funny movie. The movie's great. Doesn't have like the highest stakes or whatever, but this is definitely a really fun movie when I go back and watch it. Next one, Captain America Civil War. Easily going into the S tier. It's above Spider-Man 2? Yeah. This movie is lit. I remember this movie was lit from Team Iron Man, Team Captain America. You already know who I am. Team Iron Man. I still think Iron Man would have won that if Captain America ain't do some sneak stuff. Captain America was literally trying to hide that his homie killed and smoked Tony's parents, bro. That's disrespectful. That's why I respect Tony for trying to get his get back, even though he kind of got bitched at the end. Like, it still go in my eyes, bro. But low-key, you did get bitched at the end, bro. No cap. But this movie is still top tier. It's still a top tier movie. It also added Spider-Man in it and Black Panther 2. S tier. Next one, the Black Widow movie. I really didn't like this movie when I watched it in theaters. Yeah, I really didn't like this movie. I'm gonna put it above Captain Marvel because I really don't like that movie. Black Widow, that was a miss for me. And because it really didn't make any sense because she was already dead. So it's like anything that happens in this movie really doesn't mean nothing to the whole rest of the story. Next one, the first Black Panther movie. Great movie. Definitely putting that A tier. Really like this movie a lot. Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman did a fantastic job. Michael B. Jordan, fantastic villain as well. I like the whole world of Wakanda as well. It's gonna easily stay in that A tier. Spider-Man No Way Home. This is another great movie from Marvel. Really do like this movie. Really good movie. Even though Tom Holland's been doing some suspicious stuff on the side. We're gonna move past that and just talk about the movie. But the movie is good. I really like this movie. I like Vulture as well. I just like the montages of him just being Spider-Man, you know what I mean? Doing Spider-Man stuff in the neighborhood and really have that like high school theme because that's what Peter Parker's supposed to be. He's supposed to be a high schooler, and Tom Holland definitely does carry that persona better than probably the other actors did. Alright, the first Doctor Strange was a great movie. Definitely did surprise me when I first watched it. I did like it more than Ant-Man. I definitely gotta put it at a low A, probably above Logan. Doctor Strange was a really good movie. I really liked the CGI. The visuals of the movie was very trippy, and it definitely was a very good movie. Definitely surprised me a lot when I watched it, when I'm marathoning all the movies. Ant-Man and the Wasp. This movie is good. I'm comfortably putting that at a B tier. This is a good movie. Obviously, it's very funny and it added the Wasp in the movie. The villain was very forgettable, but other than that, it was a good movie. Next one, Avengers Infinity War. This is the best Marvel movie ever made. I remember I used to go back and forth between Infinity War and Endgame. Avengers Infinity War is the best Marvel movie ever made, and they could top it with Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty if they really are, if how the leaks are saying, if they really bring every Marvel character from all the movies, all the multiverses to go fight, it could be the best movie if they handle it right. If it's some cringe, it's going to get clowned, and I'm going to be in the clowning with y'all. But back to my take, Avengers Infinity War is the best Marvel movie, the best villain, Thanos at his peak powers. It has Iron Man at his best. All the characters are good. All the fight scenes are good. The stakes are at its most high, and the fight scenes are incredible. The stages are fantastic as well. This is just the best movie, even though the pacing is a little bit weird, because sometimes you'll go a full hour and I completely forgot that Iron Man's still in the movie, or I forgot that Captain America's in the movie, or Thor. Especially Thor, like his parts, like sometimes I even forget he's in the movie. Still the best Marvel movie regardless. Like this movie has the best replay value out of any movie, and I remember I used to go back and forth between this movie and Endgame, but I finally become to a decision after the last like few years that this is definitely the best Marvel movie ever made. Thor Ragnarok, fantastic movie, easily going into A tier. High A too. I'll stop it there. I like it more than Iron Man 2. Do I like it more than Iron Man 2? Nah, stop. I'm not gonna stop it. And Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man, I'm gonna stop it. Okay. I'm not gonna overglaze. That was crazy, but this movie is great. I love this movie a lot. It definitely was a great change of pace for Thor, making him more of a funny character than keeping him as a boring Shakespearean character, which worked for the first movie, was trash for the second movie. This movie brought in some vibrant colors, some very funny moments as well, and Chris Hemsworth just works very well in a comedic role as Thor. So this movie is great. Marvel in that 2016 to the 2019, they did not miss. Other than Captain Marvel, I think they literally did not miss. And even before then, the whole MCU, I think there's only before the Endgame, obviously, there was literally like only like 2 misses, like 2 where I would say it's okay, or mid or like trash. Out of like 26 movies, that is incredible consistency. I don't know where the hell that happened with Marvel, but we'll get to that when we get to these newer movies, because I don't think I've gone to any newer movies yet. Next movie, Avengers Endgame, is going as the second best on my list. The hype for Endgame will never be touched again. I don't care what nobody says. This will be talked about for years of how hyped this movie was. It made $1 billion in a weekend. I don't think that's ever been done before that, obviously, and after. I don't think it's ever gonna be done unless the Avengers movies, the newer ones, can really like promote it with all the Marvel characters and really like get people extremely hyped. But this movie had the most hype out of any movie I've ever seen. Everyone in school was hype about the movie, was trying, even teachers were talking about not spoiling the movie. This movie was insane when it came out, and it was the best theater experience. Like this, I watched it on the Saturday, not the Friday, the Saturday that it came out, and it was a better crowd experience than when I watched Spider-Man No Way Home 9 o'clock on Thursday night. And people were trying to say that No Way Home had more hype than Endgame. It had a lot of hype, obviously, because of Toby and Andrew and stuff like that, but still, Avengers Endgame had the most hype out of any movie I've ever watched. And also, I will contend and say this, that the final act of Avengers Endgame is the best final act or the best piece of footage of movie I've ever seen in my entire life. The fan service and the mood swings I had is the greatest thing I've ever watched. Like every time when it gets to the part where Thanos and Iron Man and Captain America, Thor, they're all fighting, that's when the best piece of cinema in my life I've ever seen happen. Next one, Loki season 1. I know season 2 is coming out in October. Excited for that. Season 1 was great. Definitely putting it in A tier, and I'm putting it over Doctor Strange. Loki was a very surprising show too, because obviously Loki, he's a good character. People like him. He's charismatic, but like I didn't think he could carry a show by himself. But by the end of the show, I was hyped. I'm like, yo, what's gonna happen in the next thing, bro? What's gonna happen next season? But the show was fire, and definitely excited for season 2. WandaVision, fire show as well. My favorite show that has come out so far. WandaVision is a fantastic show. I love this show when I watch it. I like how they did the different eras of the TV, and they also had the little mystery in the end where it really kind of lures you in to kind of figure out what's going on in the story. Great show. I liked it a lot. Even though the finale was okay, the whole beginning and stuff of the show was really, really good. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now we're moving on to like the newer stuff, like after phase 3. So Falcon and Winter Soldier, I thought it was okay. It's not better than Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's okay. It has the political things about it, but I'm probably never gonna go back to it. I would rather watch it than Black Widow and all the stuff below it. So next one, Shang-Chi. Very surprising movie. I know some people that I know think this movie is terrible. That's not true. This movie is really good. The fight scenes are good, and it has some good incorporation of comedy. It's a good movie. I think it's a B tier movie. This movie definitely did surprise me a lot. I did like it a decent amount when I watched it like on my free time. Next one, Eternals. Now we are here. This is the worst Marvel movie I have ever watched. We are going to put this in, you know what, damn, we're gonna give it a whole new damn row with how trash this movie was. Eternals, this movie was terrible. And it's so terrible that it's the only Marvel movie I never got to finish, because I tried to watch it 5 times and I fell asleep 5 times. I've never gotten to get through this movie. This movie is trash. This movie is terrible. It is the worst Marvel movie I've ever seen. It's so boring. These characters are boring. Like, there's nothing about these characters I even care about. I don't care about none of these characters, but I don't give a damn about no Superman clone or whatever the hell these other characters are. I don't even care about their names. I don't care about them. This movie's not good. It's boring because I fall asleep 5 times. Like you really gotta think about it. You try to watch a movie 5 separate times in the daytime too, and you fall asleep 5 different times. There's gotta be another level of trash, and that's why it's worse than Venom. At least I stayed awake during that movie. At least there was some dumb, funny scenes in that movie. X-Men Apocalypse, at least there was some action in that movie, like some good stuff. This movie was not good, and I'm not going to watch it again. I don't give a damn what anyone says. I'm not watching the movie again. This movie's trash. Let's move on. Let's not keep talking about trash because it's making my mouth stink. Spider-Man Far From Home. This movie was great when I watched it first time, but then as time went on, it's a good movie. Like Mysterio a lot. I'm going to put it, it's not an A tier movie. It's definitely going to be a B tier movie. It's still a good movie. Obviously, still has the same stuff as the other one, but this is not as good as the first Spider-Man or the first MCU Spider-Man movie. So next one, Spider-Man No Way Home, S tier movie. I do not know why this movie is getting so much hate now. I'm seeing hella people saying this movie's mid, and stop it. For me, it is the third best Marvel movie ever I've watched, obviously because of how the hype it was, seeing Toby and Andrew back in again. And I really did like the plot a lot, even without Toby and Andrew. I liked the plot a lot of bringing these old villains in because of his mistake and because of what Mysterio did in the second movie. Great movie. And just adding Toby and Andrew on and seeing them back in action again was so good. Like, this movie was fantastic as well. My third favorite Marvel movie that I've ever watched. Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. This movie is probably one of the most disappointing movies I watched. I was expecting all these different cameos of all this different stuff, and I got let down because all those characters that were in the cameos died fighting Scarlet Witch. Like, they didn't even give an effort. They just got smoked. Maybe that's because of how powerful she is, but that was a terrible showing, especially seeing Miss Fantastic, and it was like a new dude playing Miss Fantastic. It was cool or whatever. He got smoked in like 2 seconds. He got turned to spaghetti noodles. Like, bro, what? But it don't matter. This movie still was very disappointing. I'll still say it's an okay movie. Not as good as the other movie. Next one, the Hawkeye show. I like it. It was a good show, but looking back at it, there was nothing really crazy from the show to really take back. Other than, like, obviously Kate Bishop's in it now. No staying power with the show. I'll probably put it C tier. It was still a decent show. That's why I put it in the C tier. It's okay. Moon Knight, I didn't actually finish this show, but what I watched like 5 episodes. It was good, but it was, I don't know, it was just very boring. Like, it was boring when he wasn't Moon Knight. It was boring when he wasn't fighting. It was boring when he was like that nervous dude. Like, oh my god, what is happening to me? Like, I don't know, it was kind of boring. But he's a cool character, so I'm excited to see him in the movies. But I'm gonna put him at a high C tier because I feel like if I watched the final episode and seen the conclusion of his story, I might like it more, but it was okay. Miss Marvel. This one actually is a very surprising show because I remember I took out a week of my life. I was like, let me just watch this show, see what it's about. Not actually surprised. I did kind of like it a decent amount. So I'm going to put it in the B tier, probably below Amazing Spider-Man. The show is actually pretty good. It's a very surprising watch. I was like, this is probably going to be some like corny stuff like that, but it actually was pretty good. I was invested the whole series. I could have stopped, but I was like, I'm actually invested to see what's going on. So I know that, but I'm not all excited to see that Marvel's movie. No, I'm not excited to see that, and I probably won't watch that movie because I could just wait till it goes on Disney Plus because I don't care about Captain Marvel, and I really don't want to spend money to go watch that movie. Next movie, Thor: Love and Thunder. Another disappointing movie. Phase 4 was definitely just disappointment. That's all it was. Other than Spider-Man No Way Home, this was just the definition of disappointment in my opinion. Thor: Love and Thunder, I was very excited for that movie, but it was just an okay movie. It is kind of funny, so I'll put it above the Hawkeye show. It was okay movie. I can see why people saying it's trash because of the CGI, or there's some funny scenes in there I can enjoy. Next one, She-Hulk. I know this is like the most hated show in history, but I actually didn't think it was bad. I thought it was okay. But She-Hulk twerking and all that stuff, like, come on, man, like, come on. Marvel, how did you go from Endgame and Infinity War to having She-Hulk twerking and really think that was really gonna bring y'all back? Y'all thought they thought that was a hit. I think the show was very overhated. It's not as bad as people said. I'm gonna put it at a C tier. As you can clearly see the trend, a lot of the stuff was just okay in Phase 4. Next one, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. I forgot to say that when I was ranking Black Panther. But this movie was really, really good when I watched it the first time, and then I watched it the second time. It was okay. So in the middle, I'm gonna put it as a B. It's a good movie. It's just not as good as the other movies. So next one, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. A very heartfelt movie and a very good one at that. This one is gonna go in the A tier. Fantastic movie. James Gunn did it again. Very heartfelt as well. I never thought I was really gonna try to almost get teary-eyed over a raccoon, but that's what good movies can do to you, and that's what Marvel needs. They need that good movies back, because like Guardians of the Galaxy and Spider-Man No Way Home are the only two like recent movies that are actually in this top tier, and that should say something. Next one, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. It was a holiday special. It was okay, even though like it really shouldn't be ranked. It was like an hour long, so I don't know, I'll put it at the end of the season. Like, it was okay. Ant-Man the Wasp: Quantumania. Obviously Jonathan Majors is going through some stuff, but he was fantastic as Kang. I'm going to put this, I'll put it above Moon Knight. I did like Kang a lot, but when I rewatch it, it might go lower in the actual movies in the tier it's in. Secret Invasion, I only watched 1 episode. I know people said it was garbage. Hey, I didn't try to even rank it after watching 1 episode, so I'm gonna put it there. And the last two movies are the Spider-Verse movies, and both of those movies are actually going in S tier. Those movies are some of the most fantastic movies. I'm so excited to go watch Beyond the Spider-Verse. I'm really excited to watch that movie as well. Hopefully it comes out next year, because I know that there's the strike going on, obviously, and some animators are leaving the thing, but hopefully it could come out. All right, so that is going to be the end of my tier list, and I'm going to scroll down. As you can see, my whole tier list. This is what I rank all of the Marvel movies that I have watched. Yeah, this was a very long video to make, so if you guys did like this video and want to see more videos like this, then please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It will help a lot. Like I said, I'm trying to get to 1K by the end of the year, and hopefully I can do that. So yeah, this video is going to take very long to edit, and I'm not excited for that. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. And also tell me in the comments if any of my lists are wrong, or if I do need to watch another movie to get a better ranking. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.